Nelson. St. Luke's foul on number 30, Olivia White, her first, team's first.
All right, coming into live with game action. This is Jared Lessing and Brendan Shanahan on GSPN. We're joining you with a great matchup today between St. Luke's and GFA in a NEPSAC playoff game. We're going to be traded to a great matchup today. It's 8-8 with 3 minutes left to go in this first half.
And Jared, I believe that St. Luke's made GFA depart from the FAA finals or semifinals?
Semifinals,
about a week ago, and that's just a week ago, and they're playing them again.
Add fuel to the fire, definitely for GFA. We know this team.
Exactly.
We know how competitive they are. They definitely don't want to go down to the same team back-to-back times, especially in a game that would end their season today.
Exactly, and I mean, all GFA wants is revenge, and all St. Luke's wants to continue to this NEPSAC tournament. And we're going to feature an amazing game here. So already is 8-8.
And that was number 13, Cam Nelson with the miss. It's going the other way. Cheyenne Brand back on the court. She missed some time with injury this year. Dina Tolley from the corner. And off the mark. Rebounded by Solini. Back to Nelson from 3. And got it to go, giving St. Luke's an 11-8 lead.
Nelson there with time and room, just to no contest there, just easy 3. Fell right down. As Powell shoots, she trades back-to-back 3s for both schools. As Powell answers. Nelson now
driving
the
it.
offense.
A lot of ball movement from St. Luke's here. Number 10, Lau driving. Gives it up, and great defense by GFA, forcing tough possession. And ball was tipped out of bounds by London Powell. Couldn't keep it in. She tipped out again. Really good defensive possession there by GFA, though, Brendan. 7 left to go on the shot clock here. Inbounding for St. Luke's. They get it into Nelson. 5 left to go on the shot clock. She's going to have to get a shot off quick. And the shot clock goes up. Great possession by GFA to force the turnover.
That was a very good move by Nelson, Jared. I mean, that little hesitation.
I'm quite sure she knew the shot clock there.
She clearly didn't. But I could see a shot off that little step back. She had the open shot, but
maybe thought she had a little more time than she did. London Powell now bringing it up for GFA. Johnson gets it down low to Brand. Oh, and Brand looking for an and one finish there on Marley Price. My apologies there. That was Olsen on the defense there. And as I mentioned, Brendan, this is a NEPSAC playoff game. Big, huge game for both teams. 4 versus 5 seed game. We're expecting to see a hugely competitive matchup. Both these teams, championship aspirations. This would be a huge win for both of them to get them going on that path. Bringing it up now for St. Luke's. It's Nelson again. Gets it to the corner. And Bull could not get it to fall.
As Brand is
Brand
driving.
on the break. And a mean rejection and a rebound by Nelson. Coming from behind.
Oh my God, Jared.
Working on offense now.
And Jared, I mean that was just rude. He sent her packing. That was
disrespectful block.
That's one way to put it. I mean,
that had some force behind it. And to get your own rebound after having a block like that and try to force a possession on the other side is crazy.
And Jared, I mean, Brand had options there. She could have kept it herself, maybe even a little Euro step if she was getting kind of freaky, but she decided to pass and didn't lead to the best option.
And Bull now with it, gives it to Nelson. And GFA forces the turnover.
I mean, Jared, it is so loud in this gym.
It is electric in this gym right now, Brendan.
I mean, everyone knows how much, tension and rivalry is. This team has been rivals for years. They've been going at it for so long, and it's only higher tension in NEFSAC playoffs. So this gym is louder than ever and is definitely affecting both sides.
As that's tipped out of bounds by St. Luke's. I mean, Brendan, I think as GFA kids, we know every win against St. Luke's feels just that much sweeter, just that much better when you go and get a win against your rival, especially in a big playoff game. These girls, you can tell how much they want it, and you can tell how much the fans want it. It is packed in here compared to the games we've seen this year, and it is loud. Definitely the loudest game we've been a part of. Johnson now couldn't get the midi to fall, rebounded by Olsen. So Lenny bringing it up now for St. Luke's.
White driving, loses it. Powell grabs it. Powell, Jared, is one of the strongest players on this GFA team. The way she leads this offense is just remarkable.
And a good floater. Looked like a good look there by Tate Padian. She couldn't get it to go. Lau going to try to get one off. And can't get it off before the shot clock. After the quarter, 11-11. I mean, we're traded to a really close, great matchup so far. Both teams playing with a lot of energy, a lot of aggression on defense and offense. I mean, we haven't seen many three-point opportunities from either of these teams. Look to see both of them try to take advantage of that, build on a lead. Jumping into second quarter action, Brendan, we've got an 11-11 game between GFA and St. Luke's. London Powell bringing it up for GFA. Sticking with their same starting five they came into the game with. A lot of ball movement early on. Good pump fake in the corner. Gets it back to Dina Tully.
Johnson finds Powell. Powell looking. Powell. Dina Tully for three.
High arcing shot. Couldn't get it to go, but Powell with the offensive rebound. And couldn't get it to fall either. It's rebounded by St. Luke's. White with it going the other way. Nelson, the primary ball handler for St. Luke's so far. They've been looking to get the ball in her hands just about every possession. Lau with it now. Gets it to White. White. Couldn't get the three-pointer to go. Rebounded by Johnson. Pushing the pace now. Bounce pass to Good. And blocked by Nelson again, her second of the game. But Tate Padian gets the offensive rebound and put back to put GFA back in front.
As Tate Padian, Jared, You know, hearing her classmates in the common room a couple of days ago, she's nearing 1,000 points.
Is she?
That's what I've heard. That's the rumors around campus. And I mean,
that's an incredible mark to hit.
As White would let, especially as a junior, Jared, to be
that is unbelievable.
Near 1,000 points is very impressive.
I mean, she's definitely a player whose presence is felt at all times when she's on the court, on defense, on offense. She can kill you from all levels as she pulls up from deep three and knocks it down, Brendan.
I mean,
just showing you the talent there.
I mean, her range is of no other, Jared. She can pull from anywhere. And a lot of the players on the team, I mean, Molly Keaveney, I believe, is injured, but she also...
I mean, huge to see Tate Padian step up with the absence of Tate Padian, or Keaveney. As Solini couldn't get that to go. And allow a foul from behind on the fast break for Tate Padian. Maybe a question of a flagrant there. Coming from behind, defenseless player.
That's a hustle play, Jared.
She came in pretty hard.
You can't teach that.
Tate Padian now get two from the stripe. Randall check in, back for good.
I mean, Jared, a lot of times, you know, you'd rather take that foul and make them earn their points than have a, you know, play like Tate Padian with a free layup in the fast break. As you see already there, she misses the first.
And she gets the second one, building on GFA, giving them a 4-point lead now. Cam Nelson with it. I mean, I've loved the passion we're seeing from both teams. So much energy on both sides of the ball. It's making a really enjoyable game to watch. So Lenny passes out. Nelson gets two from the line. Great job there to still get the shot off through contact.
I mean, Jared, as you can see there, she wanted to get any shot off. She threw that underhanded with two hands just to draw the foul, get the shooting foul, and get to the line for free throws.
And can't get the first one to fall. I mean, as you were saying, really impressive of her to kind of sell out to get the foul there. She definitely knew she wasn't going to be able to get an open look, get a bucket. So did a great job of getting the shot off through contact, as you were saying. Acrobatic way to get it off. And knocks down her second free throw. Powell bringing it up for GFA. The lone sophomore on the floor right now for GFA. She's been a huge part of this offense. And Brand gets it stripped and can't get it to go. But it'll retain GFA ball. Good checking back in the game. Gina Tully will come out. I mean, we see GFA run a very tight group of rotations. Only 6 or 7 girls really get on the floor most of the time, including the absence of Molly Keaveney, who's a big player on that team. And St. Luke's with the steal on the inbound. Cam Nelson with it. Solini working. And can't get the mid-range to fall. But rebounded by White. And it'll stay St. Luke's ball, tipped away by GFA. Nelson, top of the key. Johnson defending. And Lau couldn't get the midi to fall. Johnson bringing it up now for GFA. As Powell can't get the three to fall. Rebounded by White going the other way. And tried to go finish through contact. Maybe should have kicked it out there.
I mean, Jared, look at this fast-paced offense from both teams. They're just taking no time to cool it down. As Johnson pulls up for three, in and out.
Rimmed out. Tough look there. I mean, yeah, as you were saying, Brendan, both teams just playing so aggressive on the offensive side of the ball. Both pushing the floor at will, pushing the pace. Solini with the pump fake.
Jared, you have to wonder if part of the gym atmosphere is causing that. I mean, all this excitement in here is partially why I think both teams are so
definitely rubs off on the players. I mean, you can hear how loud it is. I'm having a hard time hearing you at some points, Brendan. I mean, these players are definitely coming to play with energy too. Good. off the back rim. Can't get her own rebound. White against Johnson on the fast break again. Gets the pass to Solini, who gets the layup and gives St. Luke's the lead, 18-17. Johnson slowing it down now for GFA. Gets it to Powell. St. Luke's running a zone on GFA right now. And Cheyenne Brand gets the and one to go. And you can hear the burst of excitement from the GFA bench. That was a huge shot there, Brendan.
I mean, Jared, that's a big bucket for GFA there. You know, St. Luke's had a little run there to get back into the game. They were down 4 or 5 points. Scored a couple nice transition layups, and Brand, if she can drain this free throw, will put GFA back up 3 or 2.
Can't get the free throw. Rebounded by White. I mean, a really back and forth game so far. Both teams incredibly competitive. Lau with it now. Gets it to Nelson. We've also seen a pretty tight rotation from St. Luke's. Maybe look to see them go. Both teams go a little deeper into their bench.
And that's an amazing bucket.
Unbelievable finish. To slow her feet and get that off through contact. Johnson kicked it out to Good. Hesitation. Kate Padian knocks it down. 2 of 2 from 3 on the game. I mean, GFA is starting to figure out how to exploit this zone here, Brendan. Nelson gets to Solini. Solini with the step back and off the mark.
And it stays with St. Luke. That is an amazing hustle play from, I believe that was Nelson.
I mean, she's been all over the floor, Brendan.
Yeah.
We saw her with the chase down block earlier. She's got a couple steals, intercepted a pass earlier. It's been really impressive to watch. Timeout called. 2-point game with just over 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go before the half. Coming out of the timeout now, it'll be St. Luke's ball. Lau on the inbound. St. Luke's coming to come back from their 2-point. And GFA for the second time of the game forcing a shot clock violation. And you saw the burst of excitement from Riley Kate Patey in there. I mean, this team is just loving playing right now, Brendan.
And Jared, those are momentum killers. Just, you think you have an offense going, then you just chew a whole 24 seconds doing nothing. So it really hurts the offense.
Johnson with it now. Powell from 3. And couldn't get it to go. Rand with the hustle play.
It stays
GFA ball.
Good play from Brand there, throwing it off St. Luke's defender. There's
Nelson with the steal again, pushing the pace on the fast break. Julia Johnson on the foul. Nelson will get 2 from the line. I mean, we've been talking about her, bringing up her name all day, Brendan. She's just all over the place, making it really difficult for GFA. She also hasn't subbed off the floor once. A minute and 55 left to go in this half, and she's been playing the whole time. It's really impressive.
I mean, Jared, that was a very athletic play there to
she got up there,
lurk that pass from Brandon, just get up there, snag it down, and then fight through contact to get that 2 at the line.
I mean, taking away a possession from GFA when GFA was on their side of the court, getting an inbound. I mean, that's what a team looks to do their best offensive work, probably their most efficient work. And to be able to force a turnover off, that's just fantastic. And definitely what you need in a 2-point game in a playoff game.
Exactly.
Coming out of the timeout now, Nelson will get 2 from the line.
This is her first.
And gets the second. I mean, both teams not particularly efficient from the line so far, Brendan. I mean, you want to see the... Oh, and a huge press coming from St. Luke's. GFA gets the good look, but couldn't get it to fall. That ball sat on the rim for about 2 seconds, Brendan. You don't see that very often.
And
GFA forcing the turnover.
I wouldn't even say GFA forced it. Just St. Luke's self-error there. Just threw the ball out of bounds. Miscommunication. Hate to see that.
GFA happy about the turnover there. Hayden gets it into Powell. I mean, really interesting defensive look we've seen from St. Luke's as this game's gone on. They've committed to the zone. GFA looked at times like they were figuring out how to exploit it. Hasn't worked out too well. And St. Luke's dives on the ball, jump ball. Olivia White gets the inbound to Nelson.
Head of school, Mr. Whalen, showing some good spirit for the girls' basketball team. Love to see that.
We love to see that. He shows up to just about every single sport game.
I mean, Jared, we always see him every game. He's in,
I think every game, standing by himself, and he gets loud. He's probably the loudest guy in the gym most games.
I mean, Jared, I'm a lacrosse player, and I would see him in the corner of the field. He'd walk over from his house on the other side of the campus, and he'd watch a quarter or two, and then. I'm a busy man. He has a lot of things to do, so always thankful he can come out and watch any game for anybody.
Part of what makes him such an awesome headmaster, part of what makes this such an awesome school. And good. That's the offensive putback. I mean, and every time GFA is getting a bucket to go, you could hear an absolute explosion of energy coming from the bench. Nelson trying to respond. St. Luke's down 3. Working in the post, couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Johnson, pushing the pace. Kicks it out to Hayden. Driving baseline, and couldn't get the layup to go.
Good move up from Hayden to pump fake and go baseline.
White working now. Gets it to Nelson. Out to Solini. Good hesitation there. Back out to Nelson. 16 seconds left to go in the South.
Nelson,
and for the second time today, Nelson commits to drawing a foul and doesn't really throw up that competitive of a shot.
I mean, Jared, that was amazing. You have to split the screen there. Little, I forget what the exact word for it is, but push dribble, something like that. My basketball skills are a little inhibited. Haven't played in a year, but push dribble, something like that. Split the pick and roll.
Power dribble. I don't quite know what it's called. Low dribble, but it was really. It was a nice move.
I'm forgetting, but split the screen and got to the basket, and now she shoots for 2, but she did miss the first one. Makes the second. As
I mean, that move had a little Trae Young in it. Quick dribble to split.
I would say a little Kyrie too. I mean, just a lot of the elite ball handlers in the league.
Really shifting.
As Maddie shoots it, That would have been an amazing shot from Di Natale, but couldn't get it up, couldn't get it in. I apologize, did get it off. As GFA will go into halftime up to 24-22.
We've been treated to a great half, really competitive game. I mean, we saw the score at the end of the first quarter, 11-11. Score at the end of the second quarter, 24-22. So these teams just about dead even both quarters. I'm really excited for this second half, Brendan. We'll be treated to a great game between this 4 and 5 seed St. Luke's first GFA girls basketball. We'll be back with you before the half ends. Coming back into second half action. We got a 3-point lead. Back playoffs between the Thorns and Julia Johnson brings it up to the attack. Howell, the corner bring. Johnson, the Padian. He gets the floater in. Can't get it to fall.
That's gonna stay with GFA. I mean, yeah, I would say, you know, when you see that ball loose, you gotta get it, grab it, and secure that ball. You can't let it dabble down anyone's hand as the ref almost misses the backcourt call there, but Johnson tried to save it, could not.
Trying to finish some contact on Johnson, but can't get it to fall. Johnson will bring it the other way. Gets it out to London Tower. He can't get it to fall. So Lila Good gets the rebound.
Lala good with the authoritative rebound and put back. Couldn't get the ball, but she will shoot for two. That's good. Misses her first, shooting her second.
As Isla Olsen gets it to go. And I'm now joined by a special guest for the first time, Mr. Lee. I'm excited to have you here with me today. And we've loved the opportunity. It's been awesome for us to be a part of this team season as they're competing for a NEPSAC championship this year, looking to make it through this first round against St. Luke's. It'll be a treat. White will inbound it now for St. Luke's. Down by 1 right now. And tipped away by Riley Tate-Padian. We've seen aggressive defense from both sides all game. Both teams forcing a lot of turnovers, making it very difficult for the other team to score. And it's been why we've been treated to such a close game. As they get the inbound to Solini. Up top to Cam Nelson, the primary ball handler today. And an explosive burst past Johnson to get the finish. Brings St. Luke's to a 26-25 lead. Ball up good with the floater. Can't get it to fall. Tipped out of bounds and it'll stay GFA possession. Both teams playing with a lot of energy, and you can feel it all over the court, all in the gym. Definitely the loudest game I've been a part of this year. As a foul called. And we've seen a very back and forth game from both sides. I believe the biggest game of the lead has been 4 overall when it was 6-2 and then 24-20 at one point. It's been an incredible game as London Powell can't get the midi to fall, rebounded by White and going the other way. And White called for the travel. Great defense there by GFA to swallow up the fast break, make it a tough possession, and White couldn't convert anything there. Powell bringing it up for GFA. Just over 5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Tate-Padian, pump fake, and tipped out of bounds by St. Luke's. It'll stay GFA ball. And Mr. Lee, I don't know if you know this, but Brennan and I were talking about it earlier. We've heard some rumors that Riley's approaching the 1,000-point club. Do you know how close she is? And jump ball called. It'll go the other way. And as you were saying, Mr. Lee, it's incredibly impressive that Riley's done this in just 3 years in her career at GFA, approaching the 1,000-point mark. We've seen a couple players do it in 4 years, but unbelievable to see somebody get that close in just their third year. And you'd expect her to have an even bigger contribution next year. She's an awesome, awesome part of this team. As the ball was tipped around a little bit, but it'll be GFA ball after I believe it was knocked out of bounds by Olsen. Tate-Padian from 3. Can't get it to fall. I mean, the pacing from both teams has just been unbelievable on offense. They've both been pushing it as fast as they can. And a turnover there from GFA, and White can't get the layup to fall. I mean, just such competitive defense from both sides, making it as hard as possible for the other team to get clean looks, as hard as possible to even get the ball down the floor. The amount of turnovers we've seen on interceptions, on passes, on dribbles just after a rebound has just been astonishing today. As Di Natale gets it out to Johnson, top of the key. And St. Luke's sticking to this zone in the second half that they were playing in the first half. GFA, there have been points in the game where it looks like they've started to figure it out. I don't know. St. Luke's making it really difficult. It's been hard for GFA to get around it. It forced a lot of turnovers, and there was that one there from Di Natale on the travel. Nelson bringing it up for St. Luke's. Gets it to Olsen. Guarded by Brand. And Nelson gets called. Gets a shooting foul called for her. She'll get 2 from the line. This will be her third trip to the line today. And a timeout called from St. Luke's. Looking to get right. Just a 1-point game here. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. Just 1 point scored from GFA this quarter and 4 points from St. Luke's. Really low-scoring quarter. Incredible defense on both sides, as we've been saying. Look to see what both teams can kind of do to jolt that offense, jumpstart that offense, moving forward. I definitely think it plays a role. Also, when you're playing a team that you've played multiple times this year, played in a playoff matchup last week, I believe, it just makes it that much more exciting to when you're coming out and playing that team. You want to beat them. Being a GFA athlete myself, I know how much sweeter it is when we beat St. Luke's. It just feels that much better. And to go out and get a win against your rival, you want to do it. You want to play with, I don't know, intensity. You want to play competitive. And that's what I think the result or the product of this low-scoring game has been. And Nelson sinks both from the line. Howell bringing it up for GFA, looking to respond. Johnson with it now. Gets it to Tate Beatty and back to Powell. A lot of ball movement from GFA. Brand from the 3. Can't get it to fall. Good look there. Great ball movement from GFA. A lot of quick passes trying to set something up. Brand couldn't get it to fall though, but I like the look there from GFA. Lau with it now, top of the key. Solini working on good. Gets it out to White from 3. And off the mark and rebounded by Julia Johnson. Powell with it, driving. And blocked on the floater, but keeps it inbounds and gets it back to Cheyenne Brand. Great hustle play. St. Luke's working now. Nelson. Great move there to get open, get a look. Called for a charge, though. It'll go the other way. Oh, my apologies, Mr. Lee. Foul called on London Powell. She'll get 2 from the line. Can't knock down the first one. And Nelson's been all over the floor today, Mr. Lee. She's been a huge piece of St. Luke's team on both sides of the ball. We've seen her multiple steals. She had a really impressive chase down block in the first quarter. They're probably their primary ball handler all game. They've been looking to her to get them going. A big leader on both sides of the ball. Powell with it now. Powell inbound for GFA. And stolen by Nelson. Bringing it up now for St. Luke's. Looking to build on their 4-point lead. Tate Padian guarding her. Lau with it. And that was Bull with the miss. Rebounded by Powell. Big possession to get a stop there for GFA as we cross the 2-minute mark in this quarter. Johnson with it. Down to Brand. Working. Can't get the layup to go. Tipped out of bounds, and it'll be St. Luke's ball. I mean, this gym today, Mr. Lee, has just been exceptionally loud. Probably the loudest game I've been at so far this year. It was a little hard for me to hear Brendan at times even. It's been a treat to watch. Even both the benches have been really involved. It's been awesome to see this many people coming out to support these girls. Solini with it now. Trapped by Tate Padian and Johnson. And Bull can't get the three-pointer to go. And Cheyenne Brand dives on the ball. And it'll be St. Luke's ball on the jump ball. I mean, a player who battled injuries this year. We saw her miss some time. As Johnson gets a big steal, and Tate Padian can't get the layup to go. I mean, big for the boys to get a win, to be in the lead right now, 35-28 at their game. 7 seed going all the way up to, what was it, Rhode Island for their game? I mean, big for them to come out. It would be a big upset win, 7 seed versus 2 seed, and a team, I don't know, they felt they maybe underperformed expectations a little bit this year, but it would be big for them to get a NEPSAC victory and a big confidence boost for them going into the tournament. And she knocks down the first one. One thing I've noticed, Mr. Lee, GFA running just 6 different players so far during this game. Maybe look to see that have an impact as you get later down the stretch. People maybe not as fresh. I don't know. St. Luke's running a little bigger of a lineup. And St. Luke's called for the push. That was Lau. And a burst of excitement from that GFA team. You love to see that, Mr. Lee. And Johnson with an opportunity to give GFA a lead. Knocks down the first one. And as you were saying, Mr. Lee, Paquette, an 8th grader on this team. It's really awesome to see when you see a player that young have that big of an impact, especially in a playoff game, to have the confidence to put that player in this tight of a game, a 1-point game now. And look to see her impact as we come down the stretch. Nelson with it now, gets it to Solini. Working on Paquette. And stolen by Johnson. Great IQ play. And gets the fast break layup to go. And you can just hear the excitement from this crowd right now. Solini from 3. from way downtown got it to go. Through a contest. Big shot there to keep it tied. Just 5 seconds to go. And a block from St. Luke's going into after the third quarter, 32-32 game. Incredibly close, incredibly competitive, Mr. Lee. This has been an awesome game. In a NEPSAC playoff game between the 4 and 5 seed, you expect a close matchup. I don't know if I expected this, Mr. Lee. A tie game going into the fourth quarter. What else is better than playoff basketball in a tie game? It was an awesome year, and we heard about it all around campus. I mean, the squash team, the men's squash team, placed 4th in nationals. Really impressive. Their highest placement ever, I believe. The girls team also went to nationals. I don't quite remember. Unbelievable. Cannot. But they placed 5th at Prep Nationals this past weekend. An unbelievable performance. Back-to-back years placing 5th. I mean, it's been awesome to see the ascension of this GFA sports these past couple of years, Mr. Lee. It's been an awesome experience, an awesome thing to be a part of. As Cheyenne Brand knocks down her first from the line, giving GFA a lead. And gets the second. Nelson yet to check off the floor today, bringing it up for St. Luke's. Howell guarding Lau. Out to Solini from 3. And can't get it to fall, but rebounded by White and put back up to tie the game. And both sides, we can hear it on both sides. Both fan bases have been extremely loud, extremely vibrant. It's been awesome to see, but whenever either team scores, we just hear a burst of excitement.
Jared, I understand we had some technical difficulties, but good to be back with you. I enjoyed the conversation we had with ourselves.
It was nice to chat it up a little bit, Mr. Lee. Getting back to action now. 6:50 left to go in this game. We've been treated to a tie game. So lean with it now. Lau. Working. Kicks it out to Nelson, who knocks it down from 3, giving St. Luke's the lead.
That's why she's going to Syracuse, Jared. She's got a little limp coming down the floor. She's carried a heavy weight for St. Luke's all year, and she's got one more quarter to give.
As GFA responds right back, getting the midi to go. Nelson with it. Gets it to White. Solini inbounding now for St. Luke's. Lau, guarded by Tate Padian. Looking to build on their 1-point lead.
We got 7 on the shot clock here, Jared.
Solini working. White gonna have to force a shot. Can't get it to go. And shot clock violation called.
Huge stop here with 5:52 to go.
I mean, you can feel the intensity in this gym right now. We're right behind the GFA bench. We can hear how loud they are. Both fan bases, as I was saying, extremely loud, extremely into the game. And this is what you love to see in a playoff basketball game. I mean, I'm
No,
just enjoying being in the room right now, Mr. Lee.
no question, Jared. It helps that I'm sitting next to you.
And potentially a costly turnover there for GFA, losing possession on the pass. St. Luke's will have an opportunity now. Nelson bringing it up. She'll be guarded by Tate Padian and Powell. White with it. Gets it to Solini. And White couldn't get the floater to go. Rebounded by Brand, slowing the pace now. Gets it to Johnson. To Good. Shook her defender, got open. Powell with it now. To Good from three. And off the mark. Rebounded by GFA. Powell with the putback to give GFA the lead.
Tough finish in traffic. You can see this game getting going here now. 4:45 to go. We've been ping-ponging leads here.
Lau with it. Salim, top of the key, trying to work Powell. Gets it to Olsen, back to Salim. Trapped in the corner.
3 on the shot clock.
And a rebound by GFA. Great defensive possessions, keeping this lead. But they can't get the layup to go. Rebounded by St. Luke's. As the ball is being tipped around, GFA will get possession. Johnson from three. Didn't get it to fall. That would have been huge for them. Forcing the turnover, getting the ball back, and setting up the three. Couldn't get it to fall there. Lau will have a chance now. And timeout called by St. Luke's. As we've passed the 4-minute mark in this quarter, GFA with a 1-point lead, looking to advance in this NEPSAC playoffs. I mean, Mr. Lee, if you're a coach in this situation, St. Luke's, what are you telling your girls to get them going?
Well, obviously, we've become familiar. There's so much talent there, but there's a preeminent talent on that team. Cam Nelson on her way to Syracuse. Seems like great things happen when the ball's in her hands and she's able to finish or distribute. She's surrounded by talent there. It's a tough stop, but we've seen GFA come up with a few tough stops here as they extend their man defense and close the space here. So this is going to be nip and tuck all the way here over the next 3:54. Won't it, Jared?
100%, Mr. Lee. And I think one of the key factors, key identifying figures of this game that's like shows you how intense it is the amount of shot clock violations we've seen from St. Luke's, or at least even the possessions approaching that. You don't see it that often. A lot of teams want to get going early in the shot clock, early in the possession, be able to get as many shots off as they can. But GFA making it incredibly difficult for St. Luke's all day, just forcing tough possessions.
Great point, Jared. It's the tips, the jumps, the getting on the floor, loose ball retrievals. This really just has all the trappings of a really, really great postseason game, doesn't it?
And the intensity from both the players on both sides has just been so enjoyable to watch. We've seen players making sellout plays, putting their bodies on the line to try to make plays. It's been awesome. Lau with it now. Solene in the corner. Nelson working good, driving, and a shot clock violation.
You called it, Jared. It's a byproduct of fantastic defense. Something else to note is GFA has really been able to defend without fouling here for the majority of the second half, something that in the first half wasn't happening as much, but it's made a huge difference here and kept this game very, very close.
Playing an incredibly clean second half, playing very clean on defense, making it really hard. As Brand gets the layup to go off balance, got it to fall. And you can just hear how loud it is in this gym right now. This is awesome to be a part of.
Big play from the junior co-captain there.
Nelson working on Johnson. and thrown away. GFA will have a fast break opportunity. And Powell couldn't get it to go, but Tate Padian got the rebound, and it's stolen by St. Luke's. Tough opportunity to miss there if you're GFA, looking to build on a 3-point lead. But they lock in on defense, and Powell gets the rebound. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this quarter. Johnson knocks down the floater. GFA up to a 5-point lead, their biggest of the game. Just over 2 minutes left to go.
Really started with their defense here. You called it, Jared. It's tightened up, a couple shot clock violations, some turnovers. It's loosened up the offense a little bit and allowed GFA to pull ahead.
Nelson tried to get it to Lau, but couldn't. And Tate Padian gets the layup to go. GFA up to a 7-point lead, and you can feel the excitement from this team.
St. Luke's has another run left in them. A talented team like them getting the FAA finals. You know their best punch is coming, but great run by GFA to extend this to 7 with 1:52 to go.
I mean, St. Luke's definitely a very dangerous team. We've seen them, I don't know, they can definitely score in bunches, especially as you were saying, they put the ball in the hands of a player like Cam Nelson, going to play Division I basketball. And as you were saying, a lot of talent just all over that roster. They feel comfortable putting the ball in just about everybody's hand, just as much as Nelson, even though you have a player that special.
No question. All you have to do is look back at our last meeting in the FAA semifinals. Cam Nelson was outstanding. Olivia White, big shots from Bull Bowl, Selene. It's a great team over there. These are two well-matched teams. Been fun to watch and been a pleasure to watch them match up 4 times this year. Again, I got to point out, Jared, GFA, particularly Julia Johnson, in foul trouble coming into the half, tasked with defending Cam Nelson. Being able to do it without fouling has been such a difference here.
Showing incredible poise on the defensive side of the ball, not getting baited into not smart fouls, and she's played an incredible defensive game, really being a big part of what her staying on the floor the second half has been huge for GFA.
GFA's throwing his own at him here coming out of that timeout.
And Nelson with the offensive rebound off the White miss.
Foul on Lala Good there. We'll see if GFA stays in that zone.
Lau inbounding. Gets it to Solene, who gets pushed out of bounds. It'll stay St. Luke's ball. That was on London Powell. Lau inbounding again. And gets it to Nelson. And a foul called on Tate Padian.
3 fouls in that possession. Not sure how many fouls GFA had left to give, but might be in a shooting situation here soon on the next one.
Big for St. Luke's there coming down the stretch to get a couple fouls forced there. As they get it to White, top of the key. Working on Brand. Can't finish the acrobatic layup. Rebounded by Good, going the other way. She'll slow the pace. Gets it to Powell. Timeout called for GFA. 1:10 left to go in this game. GFA up 44-37, their biggest lead of the game to this point. Look to see what they can do on defense to try to limit the St. Luke's offense, who's been threatening just about every possession. GFA, I don't know, toughest defense to play is down the stretch when the team's really, really trying to get a bucket. You'll definitely see some competitive basketball coming down the stretch. Both these teams all day playing with a lot of energy, but you know both these teams want it, and they want it bad. They want to move on in this NEPSAC playoffs. GFA, we saw them meet in the FAA playoffs, as you were saying. GFA went sent home by St. Luke's. St. Luke's coming into today, a team they had just beaten in the playoffs, probably feeling a lot of confidence. but it's just been such a competitive matchup.
No
So fun to
question.
watch.
Jared, you said, I mean, rivalries are fun, but rivalries only matter if both teams are competitive and the games are just like this. These two teams really all winter have defined and really rekindled a rivalry that for a long time St. Luke's frankly didn't make much of a rivalry of. It's been fun to watch here. Another minute to enjoy it.
And Tate Padian tried to throw a pass. It was stolen by Lau. And Nelson just recovers the ball, trying to work on Johnson. Tipped away by GFA and stolen by London Powell. They'll slow the pace here. Just under 40 seconds left to go. And St. Luke's fouls GFA. And you love to hear that excitement from the fans. I mean, it's just so amazing to see that much support from this community.
No question. Jared, I'm sure you're looking across the way, seeing a lot of your teachers and former teachers, classmates.
And Brand can't get the layup to go. And it's so, as you were saying, Mr. Lee, it's a very cool thing to see your teachers supporting you when you're playing in a sports game. Mr. Sirach in particular shows up to many of the baseball games. I love seeing him there. And it's part of what makes GFA such an awesome school, such an awesome community. There's so much support from everybody. And I don't know, it makes it easier to perform when you have that much support from your whole community and you know everybody's behind you, wants to see you succeed. And we've seen it today from these girls. They've just fed into that energy and showed it on the court.
No question here. I think they might still have some work to do. I think St. Luke's still with fouls to give. Looks like we're shooting here.
Tate Padian will shoot from the line.
Nope. Oh. Looks like we're coming in still with fouls to give, but you can't be entirely sure this thing is over with St. Luke's talent and some of their shooters here.
Definitely not. They can get points in a hurry. And tipped out of bounds. It'll be St. Luke's ball. 26 seconds left to go with them down by 7. Definitely need some quick buckets here. And GFA forces the miss. Powell gets it to Brand. And good. And GFA trying to put the finishing touches on this one. 4 seconds left to go.
Jared, before we go off the air, I just want to say on behalf of the entire school, our athletic department, how much of a pleasure it's been to have you and Brendan doing these games for us one more time. Cannot wait for you all to return next year and just tell all the great stories we have. I'll let you bring it home, but on behalf of Mr. Whalen, the school, everybody, thanks for your service.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lee. Thank you for the opportunity this year. You've been a big help in getting this going. It was a dream of mine and Brendan's to get GSPN back up and running this year. And I think that eruption at the end should tell you the story of this game. Just an awesome, amazing performance to watch from GFA, playing with so much energy, so much passion, and it was awesome to watch them come out, get a 7-point victory, 44-37, in this first NEPSAC game, coming in against a team who had just knocked them out in FIAs, and it was such a treat for me to be here commentating this game today. Such a treat to be in this gym. This is Jared Lessing. I was joined by Brendan Shanahan and Mr. Lee for a little bit for the first time this year on GSPN. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.